happening, y'all? Welcome back. This is the number one news source for all that nerd-ish on Pornhub, the Creatia Conversation. I am your host, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, a.k.a. the Dragon King, a.k.a. Big T, a.k.a. T Money, a.k.a. Sweet T, a.k.a. Black Merlin, a.k.a. the HNIC. And I'm joined, as always, on Mondays, usually, kind of, by my co-host, the Warden, Matt Ritter. How you doing, Matt?
I'm not doing as good as Will because Will gets to look at both of us together with no pants on, and that is probably something everyone should try and do at some point. I'm good. I was going to say it's been a while, but it hasn't because I just saw you yesterday. So,
yeah.
But a lot has kind of sort of changed since yesterday. I found out as soon as we got done that the old house is finished. So I called the mortgage company. They're going to hook me up with a realtor, save me a little bit of money on closing costs, and we'll get that old house sold. So I'm just waiting to hear back about that. I realized that there was a lot of stuff between Pokemon Go and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that I wasn't doing that I should have been doing as far as like transferring stuff to unlock shit. So started dicking around with that. So like if I send... So when you spin a Pokestop, you get a postcard, and then you can pin that postcard and send it, or when people send you gifts, they'll have postcards attached to it. You can pin that from different regions, and then depending on the region it comes from, if you send that postcard over to your Scarlet and Violet, it unlocks different variants from across the world of this butterfly Pokemon known as Vivillon that you can only get this way. So if you want to get all of the different patterns on its wings, this is what you have to do. And I didn't really pay attention to the fact that that was a thing. And then just kind of realized it. So started dicking around with that a little bit to get all the patterns.
Okay. That sounds like a lot. And that's just, as someone who really plays these games, I just want to go through and beat the gym trainers and beat the Elite Four. It's just like, that sounds like a whole lot to do for this.
But see, this is all post game. This is all post game stuff. So already beat all that shit. That's all done. I've been shiny hunting, which is going really well on Scarlet, not so well on Violet for some reason. Like I have to do it the way the mechanic works. You have to get shiny, or you have to get Herba Mystica, which is this thing that you get from doing raids in the game. And you only get them from certain Pokemon in 5-star raids. And I seem to have a better chance of beating those Pokemon by myself and getting them in 5-star raids on Scarlet than I do getting them on Violet. So like I'm getting a shit ton of shinies on one game and like none on the other right now. And there's a way I can finagle it to get it to work for both. I can get the Herba on one and it's a whole thing, but I was doing that. And this is just like another kind of post-game side quest mechanic that they added that gives me something to do since I've beaten everything else to keep me playing the game.
I see. Still sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
About anything you've been watching? Anything interesting, fun, different?
Watched Megan Unrated. We just dropped an episode of Getting Offed, which is available on YouTube. It is an actual Getting Offed episode. It is not a Pornhub special where me, Reek, Katie, and Just do that. And
Pornhub removed that video, by the way.
Which video? Oh, the one with the trailers?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Yeah, Pornhub doesn't like trailers, but I wasn't worried about that. We now officially have decided we have some Pornhub exclusive content for our Pornhub fans that we can do that'll just be over on Pornhub that apparently they're not going to take down.
Mm-hmm.
And then Getting Off, Smacking It Raw, Creatia Conversation, anything that we post, if you can't find it on Pornhub, it's available on YouTube and Twitch for however long. But
yeah. It's just funny. I never thought we'd see the day that things are not allowed on Pornhub that are allowed on YouTube. It's so strange to me.
Right. But Megan, Oak Island. We watch Oak Island religiously. I'm all caught up. Finished Young Rock, Last of Us, and really that was about it this week. For other than the WCW and WWE and AEW shit, I did not watch Revolution, but I heard a lot of the stuff that I wanted to happen at Revolution happened. So there's a female NWO faction in AEW right now, all female.
Are they called the NWO?
They are not. The name is stupid as shit. So it was supposed to be Tony Storm and Saraya, and they were doing kind of like an outsiders deal, but they called themselves the Freelancers, which I think I only heard them say it once, and I think they realized how stupid it sounded and then stopped saying it. But the third member is Ruby Soho, So Ruby Riott.
Okay.
So it's all of the ex-WWE women who came over, and they're fighting the AEW original women like Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter and stuff. And I say it on the show all the time. AEW tends to just give you just the tip. Like, they don't go as far as I'd like them to go with some of this shit. But it's entertaining enough where I'm happy about it. So,
I mean, when in doubt, just copy WCW, you know?
Okay.
I mean, if it worked once, why couldn't it work again, right?
Exactly. Like, we're watching the height of professional wrestling right now, you and I. The biggest thing to ever happen outside of WWE, we are in the midst of. And if you can recreate it, and you can recreate it with women as opposed to, doing an all-male faction and give the women some shine, why the fuck not?
Where can they see us reliving that at, man?
Patreon.com/Creatia World for $1 a month. You get an episode of not only Return to Wrestling with Travis and I, where we talk about WCW right now, 1997. And I'm pretty sure with that $1, if you're subscribing now, you can go back and check all the past episodes as well.
Indeed.
So you get the entire catalog from the beginning of Monday Nitro to where were we? Bash
July.
at the Beach, 1997.
July of 97.
So you have all of that you can watch and catch up with for $1. And then everything Travis Amara has done multiverse. And then there are tiers for more shit. If you want to give us more of your money, and get extra content, there's more shit there too. And Travis is working out a bunch of really cool shit, so it's worth checking out. And I'm worth $1.
Yeah. So also, as far as what I've been watching, though, I got some new things here that I watched over the weekend because I just had some time. I was working on other things. I'm like, I can do this while I'm working on this, and so couple of things that I came across that I'd just been sitting in my queue to watch and I just hadn't done it. One of them is this documentary. It's a documentary about, you know what? I'll ask you, man. See if you can guess what this documentary was about that I watched. What would you think if Travis just watched a random documentary one day? What would you guess the documentary was about?
The Cheesy Gordita Crunch?
That would have been a fantastic documentary. I wish that existed, and if it did, I'd be all over it. But no, it was not.
Knowing current Travis now and what his interests and main focus seem to be, I would say Dungeons and Dragons.
If you were judging it off of Travis now and his current interest, that would make perfect sense. That's the whole reason why I asked. This makes no sense for me to watch it right now, but it did. But I did. It was a Barney documentary. Actually, it's literally about the rise and fall of Barney. It's called I Love You, You Hate Me. It's on Peacock. Honestly, it was pretty fucking fascinating. No bullshit. It's just one of the things. It was also like it went into that whole thing of the I Hate Barney thing that was going on with people that started that newsletter and shit of how much people hated Barney and all that shit. And it was just like, man, y'all are so angry just about this happy dinosaur. Like,
to be fair, I think because I had a little sister who's about 4 years younger than me and was very into Barney. I'm pretty sure that I was annoyed by Barney and may have made some inappropriate suggestions and things I heard about Barney and his relationship with the children that he loves so much.
They talked about that. That wasn't. Yeah. That was a part of it. People were saying that he was like, people who were on the show and all that. They went to school after they're done with the show. Like, oh, I bet Barney molested you and all that kind of shit. They was like, no, like what the fuck, dude? Like, all of them are just talking about how miserable their lives were, like going back to normal life because everybody like that was like hating the show and everything was talking all this shit to them all the time, and it's just like, oh, that must suck.
Yeah.
So there's that. Another thing that I was watching, also on Peacock, strangely enough, I think it's because I was already on Peacock because I had to finish watching all the WCW stuff. A show starring the great Snoop D-O Double G called So Dumb It's Criminal. And let me tell you, I've been enjoying the fuck out of that show.
Really?
They weren't as good as you think they were. I'll say that. They were not as good as you think they were. Because if they were, they wouldn't have been going to a normal school with people and shit. So watch that show also. So Dumb Is Criminal. Very fun. Basically Snoop Dogg, and he'll have a couple of co-hosts on there with him. interchanging, but they're just watching videos that people have, mostly stuff that can be found online, but it's just criminals doing stupid shit and getting caught and all that. And it's just like, wow. But it's funny as hell. I enjoy it.
I think Kate would like that, and I think I'd like that too. So I might have to tap in and check that out. What's that on?
It's on Peacock.
On Peacock. Peacock's got everything. I just don't.
You just don't like Peacock. Yeah, the fucking app is trash. Like, that's the problem. They have good content. Like, did you ever see that show with Craig Robinson killing it?
No.
Good fucking show. But it's
actually,
Peacock.
I think my mother-in-law told me about that show, if I'm not 100% mistaken. Oh, I forgot. I got all caught up on South Park. On
I'm
HBO
still one
Max.
episode behind on that one.
Yeah, I got all caught up on South Park on HBO Max. So I did that because when you were talking about shitty apps, I'm like, I know I watched something on fucking. What did we just watch? There was something else. Yeah, no, South Park. So we got all caught up on that.
HBO Max is kind of bad too. It's not nearly as bad as Peacock and Paramount, but it's still it has things where just like, I was just trying to rewind just like 12 seconds. Why did the whole thing just like freeze up and now I won't play anything? Like.
And I just saw that season 3 of Picard is on Peacock or on Paramount now, so I'm gonna have to tap into that. But my priority is gonna be WCW because we got to bang out one more episode this month. So maybe in like not this weekend, but next weekend or something, we'll get that out. Get caught up.
I'm thinking next weekend for that.
Yeah.
But since we're talking about HBO Max, another thing I watched was on HBO Max. Marlon Wayans had a stand-up that he just put out on HBO Max. It wasn't funny. Like it wasn't. Like it's just, and the thing is, I did it to myself because I saw Marlon Wayans' last stand-up and it was not funny. And I watched this one anyway. And still not funny. Like literally this entire stand-up was about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Like he kept talking about other stuff, but it was all related to Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
Okay. So my question is, have you watched Chris Rock's?
That's the fourth thing I watched this weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
Because when I talked to Bill, Mike Kill Bill, as I call him because that's his gamer tag, but Mike, who is one of our Patreon subscribers, I met up with him in Kalamazoo yesterday. He said he watched that, and he's like, I watched that whole thing just waiting for him to talk about Will Smith, and he saved it till the very end of the special. But apparently he went in on your boy Will pretty good.
He didn't go in any more than anybody else has on the internet already. Like it wasn't like anything special. He said the same thing other people said about Will Smith. So it was just like, okay, he still slapped the shit out of you though. Like it's like in the end, he still slapped the shit out of you. So
my favorite part of knowing you is your just strange, undying love for Will Smith.
I mean, look at it this way. If you're somewhere and someone's talking shit about Kate, regardless of what it may be, you're going to do something about it, aren't you?
I am. I might, if I'm at an award show, I might do it off air, behind the scenes, and handle it one-on-one instead of in front of a crowd. So that way I don't, draw any more attention to said situation. I
mean, that's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is I do it right here in front of everybody so everybody knows, don't fuck with it. Like it's one of them, like there's just multiple ways of going about. Would I have done it that way? No, I wouldn't have done it that way either. But I understand. Like that's my thing. It's like I get it. Thing is, as somebody who talks a lot of shit, all right.
No, not you.
You need to recognize as somebody who talks a lot of shit that one day you might talk a lot of shit to the wrong one and they might slap the shit out of you. You just need to recognize that. Have I had the shit slapped out of me before? Yes, I have. Like, it's just like, it comes with the territory of being somebody that talks a lot of shit.
It does. I will say that a lot of that shit talk was invited by him allowing that situation to exist and be public.
Oh, yeah. It was dumb as fuck for them to do that red table talk thing when they talk about all that shit to the world. It is none of our business. It was fucking stupid. Yes. That still doesn't give you the right to talk shit about my wife right in front of me and think I'm not going to do shit about it. So
I suppose.
And then the people talking like, oh, he laughed at first. Yeah, he did what a trained Hollywood actor is supposed to do in those situations. And at first, he just laughed it off like, oh, I'm supposed to just take this and laugh. And he saw that she wasn't happy. And he's like, He hurt her. I love her. I'm gonna do some shit about this. And he went up there, slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. That's just kind of what happened.
And I mean, to be fair, in his defense, the entire Red Table thing is all about he going out of his way to make sure that she is happy. So, like, why would we think that this would be any different? This man goes to great lengths to make sure that she is happy.
There we go.
Somebody else make sure that she's happy. He ain't gonna slap me. He can't find me. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I watched over the weekend. This is the difference between the Chris Rock stand-up and the Marlon Wayans one is that Chris Rock's was actually like funny in parts. Like Marlon Wayans it just wasn't funny.
I'm not like I understand the love of white chicks, but I really haven't been a Marlon Wayans fan since Scary Movie 2. If I'm being honest, he
should keep doing like movies and TV stuff. He definitely should not be doing stand-up comedy. He even talks about it in the stand-up special, how he was actually doing stand-up at a club. Chris Rock walked in, heckled the fuck out of him the whole time, and he didn't do stand-up again for 20 years. I'm like, you should have stayed away.
Or going out in the crowd and slap Chris Rock and got a little maybe learn from what the fuck you've been talking about this entire show.
Well, this happened long before the slap. This was like 20 years ago. So
yeah. One last question for you before we get into newsy time, because I know you want to. You got a Hogwarts Legacy update? Because I do.
Not much of an update. I've still been playing it, but what are you talking about?
Oh no, I've seen a lot of TikToks where they're like showing secret werewolf rooms and shit and blah blah blah. So I've kind of gone and checked that out. Added a few new spells to my shit. Right now I'm at the point where like have you had to go to like the witch's tomb with the goblin that you hang out with in Hogsmeade?
Witch's tomb.
Yeah, so
I think I'm in there right now, actually. Because when you go in there with the astronomy dude.
No.
Okay.
So I might be past you then.
You might be there. Okay.
No, so you go to Hogsmeade, you meet up with a goblin. This goblin wants you to go get some special piece of goblin armor that was taken by a dark witch. Okay, he takes you to this tomb.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've actually passed you then. All right, cool. Because I did my beast class and shit and all that.
Yeah, I did that too. I got 3 different rooms for them now.
I haven't got rooms for them yet. So I don't know.
You gotta go talk to Deke.
Okay.
Yeah. And he'll open up the room for you to put the beasts in and all that kind of stuff.
Because I only did 1 session of beast class so far.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. After that, you go talk to your little goblin homie in your room of requirement. He's like, hey, and bring your beasts in there. And I think he shows you how to catch them. I'm not sure.
All right. I'll have to look into that because I've not done that yet. No, I've been doing side quests, getting all the demo guises so I can get my fucking Aloha Moras up so I can unlock shit and looking for all my field guide pages.
It's one of those things like I'm gonna work through the main story now, except for the side quest that involves Sebastian, so I can get all the curses. Like those are the main side quests I'm doing, or if one pops up with Natty from Uganda, like I work with her too on some shit, and then the ones with Poppy because they involve dragons, so I'm in on those. Those three quest lines of side quests I follow, but the others I'm just like, yeah.
I do anything Professor Garlic asks.
Of course you do.
I'm gonna need one of you spicy content creators to put out some Professor Garlic content for me. Hook that up.
Oh man. Anything else with Hogwarts Legacy you want to talk about before we move forward?
I think I'm good for now.
Okay, well let's get into newsy time then.
Newsy time.
All right. So we got a few different things here, Matt. We got some Ninja Turtle stuff. You want to start with the Ninja Turtle stuff?
Let's start with Ninja Turtle stuff. I love pets.
Okay. So, first thing is Ninja Turtles star-studded voice cast has been partially announced. We don't know all of them yet. Just a second, because for some reason, my computer's doing something weird. So hold on.
Well, I know Seth Rogen's in it, right?
Yeah. I think he's producing it, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Come on.
You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, could you?
Yeah, I got it right here on my phone, actually. So, It says Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles star-studded voice cast adds my boy Paul Rudd. Ant-Man. The reason I love Paul Rudd personally is because he was in Halloween 6, which is my favorite Halloween. But I mean, Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd, this is forward or knocked up, all that stuff. But let's see. Star-studded voice cast for Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem has been revealed, and it includes Paul Rudd, Rose Byrne, John Cena, Jackie Chan, Ice Cube, Maya Rudolph, Hannibal Buress, Giancarlo Esposito, Post Malone, and more. The voice casting news for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem was revealed at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and Rogen also shared that the teaser trailer for the film, which is set to be released in theaters on August 4th, 2023, will premiere today.
Yep, and I have it. But before we do that, I wanted to show y'all something else because I hate when this thing does this.
Well, you're pulling that up. I'll read who everyone that we know, because I don't know who Mike Abbey is, but everyone I know who they're playing. So Hannibal Buress is playing Genghis Frog.
Give me just a
Rose
second.
Byrne.
Hold on. Because where the fuck did it go? Okay. Because all right. And, there we go. Okay. Why is it? Come on.
What are you having an issue with?
A lot of things, but hold on one second. I'm just.
You want me to fill the dead air by reading more names, or?
Yeah, and now Chrome is doing stuff. It's keep going.
I can try. Yeah, I can look forward to. Hannibal Buress is playing Genghis Frog. Rose Byrne is playing Leatherhead. John Cena is going to be Rocksteady. Jackie Chan is Master Splinter. Ice Cube as Superfly. Giancarlo Esposito is going to be Baxter Stockman. Post Malone, Ray Fillet. Seth Rogen is going to be Bebop. So John Cena and Seth Rogen are Bebop and Rocksteady. And mind you, Sheamus has also played, I believe, Bebop as well, or Rocksteady, one of the two.
I don't remember.
But Sheamus was one of the two in the Michael Bay movie. So two wrestlers covering those iconic characters from our childhood. Paul Rudd is going to be Mondo Gecko, and Maya Rudolph is going to be Cynthia Outram. Outram? I don't know. But are you a fan of the Ninja Turtle cartoons? Oh, I lost Travis. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep reading this until Travis comes back, figure out what the fuck happened with that. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, after years of being sheltered from the human world, the Turtle Brothers set out to win the hearts of New Yorkers and be accepted as normal teenagers through heroic acts. The film's official description reads, their new friend, April O'Neil, helps them take on the mysterious crime syndicate, but they soon get in over their heads when an army of mutants is unleashed upon them. Hi, Travis. Welcome back.
Hi. I'm going to have to, when we're done, do some shit with this computer because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
That's fine. I asked you a question and then I heard dead silence and I looked because I was going to pull up the Ninja Turtles thing since you're having issues.
Yeah, you can pull up the trailer. But first, if you go actually in the folder, there's a folder inside the Creatia Conversation stuff that says pics.
Okay.
You open that up. If you want to share those, that'd be great.
All right. Creatia Conversation. Let's see. News, show format, dog. I don't see pics.
Are you in Slack or are you in the Dropbox?
In Slack.
No, Dropbox.
Oh, okay. I can pull that up too. But so Creatia Conversation, and then I got clips, pics. All right. So then I'll come back over here. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like we're professionals or anything like that.
Yeah, we haven't been doing this for any length of time or anything. It's not like we know what we're doing. This is frustrating.
I know. It is what it is.
Oh, I know. I'm rolling with it. It's just ugh.
All right. So actually, I should just be able to share that, right?
Yeah, you should be able to share like windows, certain windows that you have open.
Is it still just sharing the? Yeah, it's still sharing the file, huh?
Yeah, you want to open it first and then.
Yep. Working on that now. Wow, we're amateurs. All right. Window. Boom. So Jackie Chan, Master Splinter.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rogen as Bebop. John Cena as Rocksteady, as I said. Paul Rudd. I don't even know who Mondo Gecko is.
Me neither. Like, it must be new.
Yeah. He turns into the Fly, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I actually had that toy. Again, no idea who that is.
Who Ray Fillet is, but okay.
Hannibal Buress as Genghis Frog.
Yeah, who's Genghis Frog? Like,
and you're gonna be difficult here. All right. Why are you not? There we go. There's April O'Neil.
she was in. Did you ever watch The Bear?
No.
Okay, it's a show that's on Hulu. She's a pretty big starring role in that show.
Mutant Mayhem teaser trailer. That's what we want.
You got it?
Oh, yeah. And hey, look, it's actually playing audio for me today. Sweet.
Good.
All right. So we'll do that. Share screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about all that. We are back to what we do. From Permanent Teenager.
Stay still. Stay still.
No.
Mostly.
Oh!
And also that second series that came out too in like 2000
Hey, why do
or
we
so.
pick a fruit shaped exactly like my head?
Just stop talking. You're ruining my concentration.
You're fine. Chill. He's gonna die.
I like the style.
Wait, did you hear that? What was that? Well, nothing we can do. You guys want to grab pizza?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? What the heck are those things? They look like little Shreks to me. Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
We've prepared our whole lives for this.
Can I kick it?
Ow.
Oh my god! Oh my, I'm gonna be sick.
Leo, what happened? Is Donnie bleeding?
It was an accident. Mikey, watch out!
So you were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
It's like more like it's just nicer.
It rolls off the tongue better, yeah.
Ooze.
It's nice, right? It's ooze.
Okay. I mean, I'm interested.
Yeah. So, Just from the Get Your podcast is a huge Ninja Turtles fan and has been trying to get me to go and watch everything that I haven't watched Ninja Turtles. Because, like Will said, I only watched the original '90s series and then the movies. That's where my fandom and love is. That's where, I fell in love with Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady and Shredder and Baxter Stockman, and that's where all my knowledge, the toys, all that shit that I got came from. So that is my extent. But Justin has been plugging everything Ninja Turtles that Nickelodeon has done with me for a while. And I just need to suck it up and be like, I'm not an old man. It's not going to ruin my love for what I grew up with, even though it's different, and actually go check the shit out. So that looked fun, though. I think it would be good, and Zoe might enjoy it. So
Yeah, and like I mentioned before, like the art style just is really cool and interesting to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm in on this. I'd love to see this. I want to see more of it.
all right.
But yeah, speaking of toys, though, because that's what Ninja Turtles is. It's a
For
toy
us.
factory. There's another kind of toy out there that's for the more adult-minded folks. And you can get those toys at mysensualsecrets.com. Because you know, folks, mysensualsecrets.com boasts one of the largest catalogs on the web across all the varying levels of adult toy categories with toys for him, for her, and for both. The product line is extensive compared to other competitors in the sexual wellness industry. Orders ship within 24 hours, so customers are always satisfied with both the price and quality. MySensualSecrets.com has top-rated reviews and exceptional customer service. So go to sensual.creatiaworld.com to receive 10% off your order today. That's sensual.creatiaworld.com to receive 10% off your order today. All right. So moving on.
Uh-huh.
There's a couple other things I wanted to make sure we talked about today. Another couple other things I want to make sure we see. One of them is another new trailer for something that we've kind of mentioned in passing before. And strangely enough, a new trailer for it just came out. Do you remember a game called Dragon Ball Z Budokai, Matt?
No, Travis, I have no recollection of a game called. I don't remember ever talking about it. I don't remember Vince having a shit fit that he wasn't going to be on the show to talk about it. And you told him that we have to talk about Last of Us, so he's got to suck it up. No recollection of this whatsoever.
Oh, well, I'm glad I'm here to fill you in, Matt. So, Dragon Ball Z Budokai, Tenkaichi has a trailer for the fourth installment of the game. They are bringing back Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi, and I think that we should check that out. Let's see if this is going to work for me now. It looks like it is. Let's see. Nope, it is not. And this is all probably going to come crashing down again.
All right. Well, I will pull that up. You just keep talking, and once I hear you cut off, then I'll know you crashed. So tell us about your love for Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
I mean, my most fond memories are just looking back in the day and us just getting together at each other's houses and whatnot and playing together and unlocking all the new shit for Trunks and Vegeta and all this shit and hitting you with the Big Bang attack with Vegeta, or you coming with your Trunks Big Bang, not her Big Bang, burning attack, and all this, getting all the things and all the stuff and unlocking all the new transformations and all that kind of shit just so you can do it in a fight. It was a fighting game that I thoroughly enjoy, and I'm typically not a fighting game person. There's some that I like, of course, but not often.
I hear you. This is, again, same thing. I played Xenoverse and stuff like that. Wasn't a huge fan of Xenoverse, but I enjoyed. These are games that I like playing with friends. So
Right.
I wish I had friends that lived 5 minutes away that could come over and sit in my basement and play these games with me, because that's how I prefer to do it. But yeah, let's check it out.
Is it playing?
Yeah, it's playing. You don't see it?
Nope, I don't see nothing. But
Really?
yeah, it's all just falling apart for me right now. So
Interesting. Will, if you're still there, you see it, right? Because I see it. I'm watching you and me watching it. So it looks like they're adding in the Dragon Ball Super stuff. Goku Super Saiyan Blue. I think Travis froze, or he's just not moving. Oh, nope, he's back. So what we're going to do is we will remove this Travis, and moving Travis is here. Hi, Travis.
Hello again.
Dragon Ball Super looks like is what the stuff that they added in. Super Saiyan Blue, stuff like that. So from the trailer.
Okay. Cool. I'll check that out on my own time. I'm not gonna force you all to.
If you even could watch it, because one trailer played for you, but the other one didn't.
Oh, well, yeah. I think that's because this whole thing was just in the middle of falling apart, and so it just, yeah.
Anyone in the chat, just to make sure, because I'm pretty sure it worked, but just to make sure, let us know that you guys have to watch that trailer.
Oh yeah, I'm like 95% sure the problem was on my end. It's not. But yeah, let us know in the chat just to be sure, just to make sure that we still have everything there. But there are more trailers, man. But before we get into those more trailers, I do want to talk about The Last of Us.
I was going to say, we should probably talk about The Last of Us, and then maybe we'll see how everything goes with trailers after. I could always do some with Vince tomorrow, too.
Right. There's only one that I want to make sure that we do because it was kind of part of the title. But we'll talk about The Last of Us first.
Yeah, don't fuck up like I did, where you make a title and a thumbnail, and then you don't even talk about the thing that's in it. Yeah, don't do that.
No, that's a Matt thing. I don't do that. But anyway, The Last of Us. Last night's episode. You saw it?
I did.
Cool. What'd you think, sir? How did you feel at the end of that?
Kate and I talked about it. It was kind of a slow episode until the end, but Jesus Christ, that ending.
Yeah.
And
that sick fuck.
I don't know if it is like religious PTSD from our upbringing or what, but as soon as I saw that there was a post-apocalyptic Christian group, I was like, they're on some fuck shit. Like, this is not,
something's wrong. Yeah.
Yes. It's some sort of cult. This is not the world doesn't end with cordyceps and shit and people, still gathered together on that without being on some bullshit. And they were on some bullshit.
Indeed. They really were. First of all, we don't realize this until a little bit later, but one, they've been eating people. They're eating their dead.
I figured that out when he brought in the bowl of meat and she said, "What is it?" And he said,
stopped
"Venison."
And looked. Yeah, after he stopped and paused and venison. Like,
Kate and I looked at each other and we're like, "That's that dead dude that they were talking about that they brought back. Like, they're gonna eat that girl's father."
Yeah,
and then he fed it to.
Yeah, which, speaking of that dead girl's father, we don't realize at the beginning when they're doing that whole, religious service and all that kind of stuff, the person that they're mourning is the one that tried to kill Joe and Ellie, who Joe killed. Like, we don't realize that at that point, but that's who it is.
And this is where things like this bug the shit out of me in movies and TV shows, is they're like, we need to go get vengeance. We need to go get revenge for the dude that tried to murder someone and died in the process.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking to Monty about that shit too. Like, listen, dude, like, you realize you went fucking with him.
Yeah.
And you just failed it happened in Kansas City too. They were fucking with him. And he killed them when they tried to kill him. And now you mad you want vengeance, nigga? Stop fucking with people. Like, it's just like, it's the Chris Rock thing, start shit and then get mad at the consequences.
Yeah,
live with it. You did it.
It's crazy to me that, like you said, that keeps happening, and also the fact that Joel is essentially John Wick at this point. This man is on his deathbed. He's got a probably septic wound that was sewn up with, without sterilizing the needle. He's got Ellie, who has no idea what she's doing, so she goes hunting. She kills a deer, runs into the religious people, trades the deer for medicine. And in that whole little thing, while she's sitting there talking to the head preacher or whatever and finding out about them, he's like, yeah, the universe just kind of gives you what you need. For example, we sent 3 people out, or we sent a bunch of people out. Only so many came back. One of them was murdered, and it was murdered by a guy who was with a little girl. And after Ellie had given him enough information, he knew exactly who she was. They traded the medicine.
Here's the thing. I think he knew who she was before that. Like,
Oh.
I think that was why the dude, I think his name on the show was James. By the way, that was Troy Baker. He does the voice of Joel in the game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, when he sent him to go get the medicine, and he paused, and he was like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "It's not a code. Go get the medicine." I think at that point they already know who she is, because I think James recognizes her. But
I'm going to say this as politically correct as possible so we don't get ourselves in trouble. I just assumed it was because he was a sick, child-attracted person that he decided he didn't want anything bad to happen to her, which we find out.
That's 100% why
Later.
he didn't do the killing on sight, I think.
Yeah.
But I think like they both also recognized who she was before that. And they were like, I know who you are, but I want something from you because I'm a sick fuck. And so go get her the medicine, James. And it's just like, oh shit. But yeah, they know who she is, and they're like, they don't know what. I think he's like, I know who you are, but I don't know what I'm gonna do about it yet, as far as Joel goes, if he's alive and all that shit. But
yeah, no, Deathbed Joel gets up, fucks up, tortures, and murders 2 dudes, and finds his way to Ellie while basically being on his deathbed. Because I'm pretty sure she was not injecting that penicillin or medicine or whatever the fuck it was the way she is supposed to. She was just
not at all.
the wound.
Yeah. She was just like, I know this is. By the way, penicillin is made from fungus, which I think is funny. But but yeah, she was just like, I know this goes in the body. Normally, I think penicillin shots go in your ass, but
yeah, that's what Kate said.
Yeah, it's whatever. But it's funny because 10% Joel is better than 100% 2 other dudes at the same time.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And it's funny. Well, the thing is, because he was fighting smart. They were just going in, like, looking around. All he was like, no, I know I got one shot. And I'm like,
one opportunity.
Exactly. And he lost himself. And anyway, he comes up. He's like, I got to sneak up behind him because he's coming down here. I know this room. He doesn't. I need to be somewhere where I know he can't see me when he comes down. Boom. Got him. All right, what I do about the others? Like, once again, you got one shot. You got to take him by surprise. How do I do it? I figure it out. Okay, he's got it. Boom, I got them too. So these dumb fucks can't handle it. But he fought smart, which is why he was able to get him.
And speaking of fighting smart, Jesus Christ, Ellie, like she finds out dude wants a little more from her than he probably should, and then messes with him, holds his hand.
So she immediately flips it in her head like, oh, I'll lure him in now.
Breaks his fingers, gives up the secret of her fucking, she got bit, and then she's like, now I bit you, so now you're infected too, and distracts them from chopping her up or doing whatever they were going to do to her on the table. And stabs a dude in the neck with the knife.
Yeah, cleaves him. Get him with the cleaver right here, right? Just, yeah.
Escapes, starts a fire.
I think the fire was on accident, but yeah.
I think it was on purpose.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it again, but I think the fire was an accident. I think she was just like running and trying to get the fuck up out of there and shit happened. But
that could be. I felt like if she wanted to hurt the dude, she would have hit him with the flaming log, not thrown it at him. I felt like that was kind of like a distraction, and it worked. But regardless of her intention,
you gotta remember she's a kid, and kids are dumb, and they do dumb shit sometimes, like throw the only weapon they have at the dude instead of holding on to it. So it's just,
She did not do that when she found the knife, though. She kept the knife. She went in.
I didn't say I don't learn from mistakes.
Murdered the shit out of that dude.
Oh yeah. Like. And the thing is, when you realize how fucking sick he is, where the building is on fire and his choice is to pin her to the ground, is that she's struggling. He's like, I thought you realized by now the fighting is what I like most about this. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you about to try to rape her in a burning building, dude? Like, what the fuck?
I thought I was watching an episode of SVU for a second when we got to that point.
It was, I don't want to say I wasn't ready for it. I was very taken aback, I guess you'd say, because it was a lot.
Mm-hmm. No, a lot went on, but I mean, it was a cool fucking episode. We got one more left, Travis. 1 week left.
Yeah.
9 episodes. Episode 9 is coming up. Also, I was watching I always watch like the post show where they talk about like what went into it and everything, and how they embellished that character a little bit. Like a lot of that stuff wasn't in the game. The stuff that like certain things he said and stuff wasn't in the game, and how they said that you want to feel for Ellie, but you also want to be a little scared of her. And that's what they were going for, was like, yes, she's this sympathetic character who's going through all this stuff, but also they wanted you to be a little afraid of what she was capable of. And we definitely saw that in this episode.
Yeah. And that's what, speaking of what she's capable of, the whole time you're watching, you're expecting for her to just hold him off until Joel is able to get there and save her. But no, she saves her fucking self. Like, she does not need Joel to save her. And it's just like, yeah, everything you thought you knew about this little girl, you don't. Like, she can handle herself. She needs help, of course, because after it's all over with, she's like in a panic kind of thing, just like, the fuck just happened to me? And then that whole moment when Joel finds her and he's like trying to hold on to, like, it's okay. And then he calls her baby girl and all that kind of stuff, which he hasn't called her that or anybody else like that. Called anybody that since his daughter died, because he used to call his daughter baby girl and all that kind of stuff. But she's like, she does still need him because she's still that, what they talking about before, the whole fuck you, tuck me in kind of thing.
And she was in panic mode. She was in fight and flight mode. Like, she didn't even realize it was Joel at first. And it took a little bit for that to like kind of settle in and like, okay, I'm safe. I'm okay. Is Joel. Cause she was trying to protect Joel. Like, she gave him a knife and tried to wake him up. And she's like, there are people coming. I'm going to lure them away. You need to wake the fuck up and kill somebody if they come down here. And he did.
That's what he did. Exactly. Man, what an episode, man. What a fucking show, man.
Yeah,
you know,
it's been a wild fucking ride.
What a show.
What is the trailer that we need to find so I can look that up, by the way?
Glorious. It's in the news document.
Oh, I actually had that motherfucker up, and then I got rid of it for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it's a Shudder, right?
I don't remember.
All right, because there's a few here.
It's the very first thing on the news doc.
Well, I didn't have the news doc up. I was just Googling shit, Travis. I'll pull it up. What about this really piqued your interest?
Oh, you'll see when we watch it.
Okay.
Do you need the link? I have it here for you. I can send it to you.
No, I got it right here.
Okay.
I just had to pull the news doc up and then hit the link. And paste and enter. And ads. Do you pay for, YouTube Premium so we don't have to watch ads?
I'll consider it.
I was just asking if you did because I
had it on my personal YouTube. I had it on my personal YouTube account for a while, but I've had to cut costs recently. But
okay, so yeah, I don't think this is the one that I had pulled up. So good.
Hi, Brenda. I'll call you back.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it was.
Hey, Brenda. It's Wes calling you again. I just needed to hear your voice.
Give me a little bit more volume.
Love you very much.
Oh, it's all the way up. Okay, don't worry about it.
Some things may seem broken. Usually just means you stop trying.
Everything all right over there, my friend?
I'm not much of a bathroom talker.
You're not in the least bit curious as to what I have to say.
I'm just not into conversations with random dudes hiding out in bathroom stalls.
No one is coming to help you, friend.
Anybody! So you're a guy living in a rest stop bathroom in a stall that's glory hole adjacent.
I am he. I am that God. The universe has a favor to ask. You need to satisfy my physical form. There's only one part of you that can do that.
I'm not doing it. I don't care how many people it saves.
Total annihilation of all life in the universe.
Your feelings tear you up inside, pure and raw. That's what I need from you.
What did you do, Wes?
I wish I'd driven the extra 40 miles to the next rest stop.
That wouldn't have helped.
Why? Is there a troll living in that one?
Yeah.
All right, so I that may be worth me doing a month subscription to Shudder because it is a Shudder movie. So
Okay.
you got to get Shudder. It's going to be on their service. Yes, there's a god living in a rest stop who needs to be satisfied via glory hole, and the dude from what the fuck was that show? Was Sookie?
Jersey Shore?
No, not Snooki, Sookie. Vampires, HBO.
Oh, True Blood.
True Blood, yes. The brother from True Blood is the one chosen to stick his dick in the glory hole and satisfy this weird.
Oh, damn, that is him. I
oozing
didn't even
god.
realize that at first. Okay.
Yeah. Old dude from True Blood.
But yeah, I actually watched this trailer the other day, and I was just like, the fact that this exists. Yeah, I'm watching this with Matt on Monday.
Well, Travis, if you are trapped in a rest stop and there's a god trying to have you satisfy it through a glory hole and you are refusing to, but you don't want to fall asleep because you don't know what's going to happen to you, we have a product that you could probably carry in a backpack and take with you to keep you up all night to make sure that you don't get fondled by evil entities in random rest stops.
That's very true. And that product is Dubby. Because, Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, and nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. The product is made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. Dubby has handpicked what they believe to be the 10 most critical ingredients for focus and concentration. Dubby contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. Dubby uses Neurofactor, a patented all-natural coffee extract to help fuel you. This ingredient is what gives Dubby its laser focus and fast reflex effects, making it especially perfect for gamers. They disclose full ingredient amounts, and products will never contain fillers or artificial colors or dyes. Dubby is also sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and keto-friendly. So go to dubby.creatiaworld.com and use code Creatia to receive 10% off your order today. That's dubby.creatiaworld.com and use the code Creatia.
Look who joined us, Travis.
Who joined us? Oh,
Ozzy. Ozzy came to say hi. And you know what? How I avoid situations like evil demons or gods in rest stops, I have a dog because dogs sense that shit. Dogs will warn you. They'll be like, no, don't go into that fucking restroom. Something bad's going to happen. And the best way to keep your dog by your side when you travel is to make sure you have the right gear to keep him happy and safe for car rides or just walks or wherever you go.
And the best way to do that is by going to dog.com because, dog.com is your online dog supplies, shopping, and information destination. Everything your dog needs from toys to treats and food is available, including collars and leashes. They have outdoor gear and water safety gear for your furry friend as well. So go to dog.creationworld.com to receive up to 64% off your order today. Again, that's dog.creationworld.com to receive up to 64% off your order today.
Thank you for helping with the transition, buddy.
Yeah.
Go, little boy. Yeah. So it has been an experience with you today, Travis. It really has.
Has it?
It has. I don't think you and I have ever had this much trouble getting a show out together, but that's what happens when you're streaming with someone across the country via the internet.
You're right. But Matthew.
Yeah.
There's one other thing.
Okay.
Because if you have to, even if it's against your will, satisfy that God, that evil God in the booth. You want to put your best foot forward. You want to do whatever you can to make sure that God is satisfied so he doesn't destroy the entire world, And to do that, you might need a little bit of help. And the good place to get that help is with Adam and Eve. Yes, folks, we are also sponsored by Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is the nation's largest marketer of adult toy products with millions of satisfied customers in the United States and all over the world. Founded in 1971, Adam and Eve is also one of the oldest names in the rapidly evolving adult industry. For more than 50 years, they have built up a reputation as a trusted and reliable adult toy store that takes pleasure and privacy seriously. When you want to shop erotic toys, Adam and Eve has it all. Men and women, straight or gay, and anywhere in between, Adam and Eve has the adult toys you're looking for, including but not limited to vibrators, dildos, anal sex toys, bondage toys, couples toys, lube, sexy gifts, and accessories. Unlike other adult stores, Adam and Eve stands behind all their products and offers a no questions asked return policy. So whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, or penis ring, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. So go to adamandeve.creatiaworld.com and use the code erotica to receive 50% off one item plus free shipping on all orders over $49 or more. That's adamandeve.creatia.com and use code erotica to receive 50% off and free shipping.
I'm gonna probably do that tonight.
You do that tonight, sir.
You're gonna have to send me that ad as well. But yeah, no, Creatia World, your one-stop shop for all your sex toys. We have 2 places to go. So if you can't find it, we don't have it.
Boom. I think that's it, Matt. Unless you want to hit this other trailer while we're here.
No, let's not chance our luck. We've done well at the end. Let's not push it. Vince and I can cover that tomorrow. Okay. But I want to thank everyone for joining us and watching us today, whether you're watching us on twitch.tv/CreatiaWorld, where you guys have if you have a Prime subscription for Amazon Prime, you guys get a monthly sub. If you do get that monthly sub, we would absolutely appreciate it if you threw it our way. All you have to do is go and connect your Twitch account to your Prime account and then go on your computer and throw us that sub. It's free every month. It costs you absolutely nothing to do it. Takes a little money out of Jeff Bezos' pocket and puts it in ours. We would much appreciate it. But if not us, give it to somebody that you love to watch on Twitch, because we're out here making content, struggling. Travis might need a new computer. We don't know what's going on. So help out your favorite
restart will probably fix it, but
Yeah. Another place you can check us out live every Monday through Friday at noon is youtube.com/CreatiaWorld. And it's free to subscribe there. You can also like, comment, and hit that notification bell to know when we go live every day. And not just for Creatia Conversation, Smacking It Raw, and everything else that we do. You'll be notified as soon as any of our shows are going live to come check us out. If you want to watch us later and you want to do it, in the privacy of your own home, a little one-on-one session, you can always go to pornhub.com/model/CreatiaWorld, where there we also have some Pornhub exclusive content that you can check out that you won't find anywhere else.
And more on the way.
More will be coming. So go check that out as well. I love that. So I wanted to get the views back up. So we need to go push that a little bit more. It's my baby. It's my favorite thing. If you do have a little money, you think, oh, these guys are great, you want to throw it our way, we already plugged it a little bit, but patreon.com/CreatiaWorld. For $1, you get a couple extra shows from us. There are tiers to hopefully let you guys find anything and everything that you can want from Creatia World. And if you guys have any suggestions for things that you want, hit up Travis. We'll plug his socials here in a little bit and let him know what you'd like to see on the Patreon. We can always tailor that to what the people want, because that's what we're here for, is to give you more of what you want.
Got to give the people what they want.
And apparently that's sex toys. If you want to know a little bit more about me or Travis or Vince or Mara or John, since he's never on anything, you can go to CreatiaWorld.com. Find out all about us, our Hogwarts houses, our ice cream, how big Travis's dick is. It's all there. So go check it out. Find out a little bit more about us there. show us some love and support. We would appreciate it. And if you want to follow us on social media, keep up to date on everything that we have going on. We have Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at It's Creatia World, ITSCREATIA World. Travis has contractually obligated us to make sure we do not tell you how to spell world. He wants you to go buy a dictionary if you can't. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com. Google is free. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. We got that link tree, linktr.ee/Creatia World. All the places you can find everything we do. I am the host of the Smack and Raw podcast. We are live here on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook every Friday, 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern. You can go to facebook.com/group/Smack and Raw, join our group there, and get in the discussion, or come watch us live every Friday. We also have a group for hashtag Them Dragons. It's facebook.com/group/Them Dragons, where we talk everything Them Dragons and Game of Thrones. And when Them Dragons comes back, we will be back covering that as well. That podcast will return. Travis, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT.
And as always, you guys can follow me at Matt Ritter. There's at MATTRIDDER. Twitter only, also at Getting Off on Twitter if you want to check out all the horror content stuff that I've been posting and working on for the Getting Off. Matt Ritter for wrestling, Getting Off for horror. I think that's it, Travis.
Well, if that is it, we'll catch y'all tomorrow. I believe it's you and Vince tomorrow, right?
That is correct.
All right. Well, we'll see Matt and Vince tomorrow. But until then, we out.